healthcare reform is going to be a big part of the agenda. When I say we're going to have a very aggressive first 100 days agenda, we got a lot of things still on the table. But healthcare, that's part. It's the secret. It's the secret. Healthcare reform is not a secret.
No Obamacare.
No Obamacare. Yeah, the ACA is so deeply ingrained. We need massive reform to make this work, and we got a lot of ideas on how to do that.
So that is, of course, Mike Johnson, who, if Trump becomes president, he will almost certainly still be the head of the House. And oh boy, is he excited to get started. Old deluded Donnie, he's going to be off trying to lock up Adam Schiff or whatever. Mike Johnson's eye is on the prize, which is your health care in all likelihood. Also Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, all of those things. He's not going to be hyper-focused on the bizarre crusades Trump wants to go on. No, he's there to dismantle literally anything that the government does that actually benefits you, because that costs money. And if we get rid of that, then maybe we can cut taxes on the wealthy once again. And he's being very clear about the target. They want to massively reform the ACA, and that has only meant one or two things over the past decade plus. They want to weaken it. They want to open it up so that companies can offer more garbage healthcare plans that don't actually protect you if you actually need them. And so you can expect that is on the way. But he has more details. Take a look.
If you take government bureaucrats out of the healthcare equation and you have doctor-patient relationship, it's better for everybody, more efficient, more effective. That's the free market. Trump's going to be for the free market. You heard a little sample of that last night. We want to take a blowtorch to the regulatory state, okay? Yeah. I mean, these agencies have been weaponized against the people, and it's crushing the free market. It's like a boot on the neck of job creators and entrepreneurs and risk takers. And so healthcare is one of the sectors, but we need this across the board, and Trump's going to go big.
Trump's going to go big. Trump is going to sign off on whatever Mike Johnson and the Republicans do. Donald Trump doesn't have any idea what he wants to do with the ACA, even to the extent of destroying it. He barely has a concept of destroying it. But Johnson knows. Johnson and the wealthy interests that have put him and others in power, they know what they want to do. They're going to take a blowtorch to the regulatory state. Now, they've spent decades telling people that regulations are bad, of course, stopping most Americans from understanding that they are literally the only things restricting corporations from getting away with even more financial and perhaps literal murder than they already do. Mike Johnson is horny as can be to get rid of those tiny little restrictions on them doing things that abuse you and your family. And he's super excited to get rid of those. What do you think, Brett?
Saying we need to take a blowtorch to the regulatory system is the easiest thing to say. Like, yes, there's tons of regulations that are sucky and stupid, but those aren't the ones he wants to get rid of. Like, he's all for regulations that, first, creating a regulatory environment that allows giant moneyed interests that donate to him to get away with literal murder. And then when the merry-go-round of capitalism spins too fast and all the normal people fly off of it, Mike Johnson is the poster boy for only retaining, quote, regulations that bail out giant corporations when it fails. That's it. And I can't believe he's talking about healthcare with this. Talk about manufacturing when you're talking about the regulatory system. Don't talk about healthcare. Are you kidding me? That is exactly an argument for public health care, because in countries that have public health care, people like it more. People live longer and everything's less expensive. Like, they always paint this picture like free market capitalism is fantastic. But no, that's the closest descriptor of what the system is now. The thing that everybody complains about, the thing that everybody supports Kamala Harris when she says, please, please, please cap the price of prescription drugs, something that Trump said he was going to do, but didn't do it. And Biden actually did it. Like, our healthcare system, when he says bring in the free market tendency, the free market will say, yo, dude, you don't have to cover people who have sicknesses that are too expensive to cover.
Exactly.
That's it.
No, and there's so many
you are
conservatives
out
that
to
fit
die.
that group. There are conservatives who will die as a result of this. There are conservatives who lose access. There are conservatives who will end up paying as much or more money for coverage that doesn't actually protect them. This is actively screwing over the people cheering for that message. Members make a difference here at TYT. You help make the show happen, and we see you in the chat with your loyalty badge. Click the join button to become a member today.